Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we are going to be using Jamie Boyt's 9th place 2019 Worlds team once again with Breloom, Salazzle, Breloom, Necrozma, Xerneas, and Tapu Koko. It's still a really strange team, and I haven't really played with the team for quite a while actually. So hopefully I'm not too rusty, but yeah. Otherwise, I do want to ask everyone a question for today, and that question is, which Necrozma form do you like best? The base form, the regular Necrozma, Necrozma Dustmane, or Necrozma Dawnwings? Now, actually, I think mine, we're not talking about competitive in general, it's actually the regular base form Necrozma because I really love its design. I think it's my favorite design out of all of them. For competitive, I would say Dawnwings, just because I like having Moongeist Beam on my Ultra Necrozma, and I don't really like using regular Dustmane or regular Dawnwings. But otherwise, yeah, let me know your opinions in the description down below. It can be for any reason, basically. Let me know your reasoning. But yeah, I really do like regular Necrozma, and I wish it was better in VGC. I really do. I think regular Necrozma is a cool Pokemon. But yeah, otherwise, let's get started and play some games. This team is just really unique and interesting. I think it's very complicated as well, for me at least, just because I'm not really used to this kind of team, like how it functions. So still trying to learn that. But yeah, really looking forward to playing the rest of the episodes with this team. We got Gator for our first opponent from the United States. Speaking of regular Necrozma, we have that regular Necrozma with Como, Volcarona, Metagross, Mimikyu, and Blastoise. This looks like it's going to be a really quick battle. Hopefully it's a really quick battle. Actually, this team, why does this team look scary? I think it's because the Metagross is actually really scary. The Metagross is actually scary. Yeah, we do have Salamence though, which is a good Pokemon here in this matchup. I do like Salamence as a lead here. Mimikyu's actually kind of annoying. I think Salamence plus Salazzle is actually really good because fake out pressure, fling for the Mimikyu, which is actually kind of a problem. This team doesn't like Mimikyu. Definitely gonna bring Xerneas in the back for damage output, and I think the Ultra Necrozma is the play. Yeah, I think Ultra Necrozma is the play, so I can go for an Earth Power into the Mega Metagross. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, this team, you know, it only has one restricted, and the restricted is not really too scary in VGC, but who knows? This could be really threatening. We have no idea what my opponent's thinking, what kind of sets they are, and it's definitely some scary Pokemon for this team, I feel like, especially the Metagross. And that Metagross is actually going to show up right here with that Volcarona. So yeah, for all we know, it could be like a Focus Sash, Volcarona, Rage Powers, and then Metagross gets a KO on one of my Pokemon, and that ends up being really bad. Like, there are so many possibilities right here. I think my play here always is just to go for a Mega Evolve Double Edge into the Volcarona. I'm not really concerned about getting burned, because I should still be able to knock out the Como even after a burn. And I'm not KOing anything with a... Well, this Metagross might be able to KO... This Salamence might be able to KO something later with Double Edge, but I don't think it's like the biggest deal in the world if we get burned. And I'll go for a Fake Out into the Metagross here. I think the Salamence is slower than the Salazzle, which is actually really bad because of the fact that that's going to... Basically, the Volcarona does have Rage Powder, we're in trouble. If it's a double Fake Out, it's a possibility. No Mega Evolution for the Metagross though, which is interesting. I do get a Fake Out off. And Volcarona does just go for that Rage Powder. So this actually works out beautifully because I'm able to knock out the Volcarona. So I'm wondering if the Metagross just kept its base form, which wouldn't be a surprise here just because it would be able to ignore and intimidate from the Salamence if I decide to switch out for some reason. But yeah, otherwise, maybe it's not even Mega. We don't know. It could be like an Assault Vest or a Choice Band or like something. But we are able to knock a Volcarona very cleanly. Let's see what my opponent's going to do here. What are you going to bring out? It's going to be that Blastoise coming out. Okay. I don't have Protect on either Pokemon. I think the best play is just to go for a Double Edge right off the bat into the Blastoise and an Overheat. I know Fake Out can come out into probably Salazzle, which is fine, but I'll get a lot of chip into Blastoise. I'm just going to go for attacks here and just try to get as much damage as I can possibly. I think it is my best odds. Like, if I damage everything, basically I'm just getting rid of a lot of heavy threats on my opponent's side of the field. And it's Mega Blastoise. It's not regular Blastoise, actually. So Overheat going to come out. No Fake Out, too. I'm just able to knock on the Metagross, which should KO. Yeah, regular Metagross, not exactly the bulkiest in its special defense department. Metagross does go down here. And Double Edge, I don't think I'll knock out Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is pretty bulky. Yeah, that actually takes a lot better than I expected. As a Water Pulse is going to go off into Salazzle, but that means I get a free switch, which I do not mind. Salazzle will go down, but who do I want to bring out? Probably the Xerneas, I want to say. I did get rid of the Metagross, which was the biggest threat. What was my opponent's Pokemon? Volcarona. Oh yeah, Como too. Yeah, there's no reason not to bring out Xerneas. The threats to Xerneas were basically checked. We were able to get rid of Metagross, and we were able to get rid of the, what was it called? The Volcarona, which could have whirlwinded out. Is that the Totem Como? Yeah, I think that's the Totem Como. That's huge. Xerneas should be able to outspeed anyway. I mean, I'm pretty sure I just get a free Double Edge off into the Blastoise slot and a Moonblast into the Como slot. And that should be the game. Pretty sure we're going to be able to outspeed. I know Salamence will be able to outspeed the Como guarantee and the Blastoise. I'm not sure the Xerneas will. I think Max Speed Como should be able to outspeed this modded Xerneas variant. But otherwise, yeah. Yeah, that should be game. Not really much to say. Double Edge is going to come out. What ability is Totem Como? I don't think it's soundproof. Is it soundproof? I don't think it is. Huh. I actually don't remember. Let me know in the comments down below if you remember, because Totem Como was like never really relevant, I think. I think the only Totem Pokemon that was like relevant in VGC was sometimes Mimikyu, although it was rare, and Araquanid, because Araquanid, Totem Araquanid couldn't be Skydropped, which was huge, as my opponent decides to DC at the end. But we are able to take a really quick win for the first game of today's episode. Not much to say. I actually haven't been on Battle Spot for quite a while, even though the last episode you saw, which was literally probably yesterday or 2 days ago or something like that, I actually haven't played Battle Spot in probably over 2 weeks. So yeah, mostly because of exams and stuff. But yeah, we are able to pick up a pretty quick win there. Not really much to say. We just went for as much damage as we could. We really went for a straightforward play. My opponent couldn't do much, but we got our next opponent. Hopefully this game's more exciting. We got Tapu Koko, Groudon, Salamence, Shedinja, Incineroar, and Xerneas. Okay, so this one gonna be tougher. Luckily, Shedinja's not too bad of a threat because we do have the Necrozma and we do have a Salazzle, which is actually pretty good in the matchup. The two leads I want to say I want to go are Salamence, Salazzle, which is a pretty good lead, or Salamence plus Necrozma potentially, just because I could hit the Groudon for some really heavy damage overall. I do like the idea of setting up a Tailwind pretty safely though, unless my opponent leads Tapu Koko plus Salamence, which I guess is definitely a possible option. Breloom I do want to exclude here. It doesn't really do too much against my opponent's team. It gets walled by the Salamence. Shedinja walls it too. I can't Spore Fangs into Rain. Tapu Koko not really that good against a Groudon team. And really doesn't hit anything. So yeah, Salamence Salazzle looks like a good lead here with Necrozma plus the Xerneas in the back. I'm going to have to be really worried about the opposing Xerneas, and I do need chip damage on the Groudon. But I think if I can get those two things, I can win the game. So, not exactly sure about the matchup, but I feel like we should be alright. The only thing I'm worried about is us being like a minus defense nature Necrozma, which I'm worried about Double Edge from Salamence if it KOs, if it has investment. So we're going to see the Tapu Koko plus the Incineroar lead here, as I am going to be able to lead my Salazzle plus Salamence here. Interesting spot, interesting spot. We're most likely just going to be trading Tailwinds turn 1. I mean, trading Fake Outs turn 1. Then next turn, it's going to really come down to what kind of Tapu Koko set that is. I think I just want a Mega Evolve because I just don't see myself switching out Salamence because Tapu Koko is just going to stay in. Like, there's no reason for Tapu Koko not to stay in. So, I'm just going to Tailwind Mega Evolve. The reason is, if we do trade Fake Outs, I'm hoping to increase defense boost with the amount of special defense we also have as well. We might be able to live a Fake Out, -1 Fake Out into like a Z move if it's like Thunderbolt, Gigavolt, Havoc. Maybe even Thunder, possibly, since we have Spadaf, but we will go for a Fake Out on a Tapu Koko and a Tailwind. Don't see why not. We are going to see the Incineroar actually hard switch out here into the Groudon. So that kind of works out beautifully because remember, the two things that I need are chip into that Groudon, and yeah, like that's huge if we can get that chip into Groudon. So I have a focus down the Groudon with hard offense, I feel like. Because if I can set up Geomancy, I feel pretty good if I weaken the Groudon for my alternate Necrozma to sweep. Then I can click Moonblast into whatever is switching in for the other slots. So, Salamence will Mega Evolve here. Let's see what my opponent goes for. And no Protect, so Fake Out going to come off into the Tapu Koko. And Tailwind does go up. So, now some big questions. Does Groudon Protect and the Koko switch out into the Incineroar? Does Koko Protect here, which is definitely a possible play here. I could see double Protect as well to stall out turn Tailwind, but my opponent might be worried about Encore from Salazzle if my opponent doesn't know about this team. So I'm just going to Double Edge and fling the Groudon slot. We are going to see the Tapu Koko retreat, probably into that Incineroar. Yep. Which again, I think it was fine here. Maybe I could have switched out Salamence and the Necrozma. That might have been the more optimal play. But as long as I get damage into Groudon, again, I feel like I'm okay. And yeah, my opponent allowing me to get the damage off into the Groudon slot. So I am completely fine with that. I don't need Salazzle to win the game. So let's see here. Double Edge into the Groudon slot. Does a not much damage at all. That did no damage. Okay. But I do need damage no matter what, so I am just gonna go for an Overheat and Double Edge. I don't have a switch into Groudon anyway. Like, what I'm gonna be relying on is my alternate Crossman to clean up in the end regardless. Oh, no Fake Out gonna come out actually, so I'm able to get a lot of damage off into the Groudon. Ooh, that's actually really good. That's gonna put in range of Dazzling Gleam after this Double Edge here. So yeah, this is actually a really good spot as we are able to put that Groudon super low here. As Precipice Blade's gonna come out into my slots. Does connect with both Pokemon. I'm happy Salazzle went down because if Salazzle stayed around, this could have been not that great here actually. Salazzle will go down, and let's see. U-turn gonna come out. I'm guessing my opponent's gonna use this time to try to set up Geomancy with the Xerneas. I think that's what my opponent's thinking, but I think this is actually gonna work out spectacularly in my favor because now I think what's gonna happen is Xerneas is like, oh, Shedinja. Wow, it's not Xerneas. That is surprising, actually. I'm going to go out into... I do want to go Xerneas and just Earthquake, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go Xerneas and Earthquake. The reason I'm going to make this play is because... it covers an ally switch Roar play, which is definitely a possibility. Or just double-edged Gleam. Like, I'm just not sure. Like, the Gleam damage I was talking about was the boosted Gleam. I'm not sure if regular Gleam would KO the Groudon right here. And I do want my Xerneas set up so I can actually beat down the Tapu Koko. I'm gonna Geomancy here and just Earthquake. We're gonna see the Groudon retreat, which is fine. Incineroar coming in. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. I'm going to be able to get an Earthquake off into the Incineroar slot. And that little bit of chip damage is actually huge because that might allow me to put in range of the Moonblast from my Xerneas. I'm guessing it's Assault Vest Incineroar because I feel like with Shedinja they always run Assault Vest. But we don't know where the Z is. Probably on top of Koko, I'd imagine, actually. So I don't think it's Z Incineroar. So let's see what the Shedinja does go for. I'm guessing Toxic is the most likely play my opponent's going to make. But that's fine. I'm going to be able to boost. I can go for Double Edge next turn. I can go for a... yeah, I just go for a Double Edge the following turn into Shedinja, break that Focus Sash. Let's see. It is going to be Toxic. Into Salamence, actually. Huh, not even the Xerneas slot. So that actually works out beautifully in my favor. I'm gonna go for Double Edge in the Shedinja and a Moonblast actually into the Incineroar slot. Should I just Gleam here? Like, I think you're gonna click Fake Out, but there is a possibility this Incineroar carries Roar. I could go for Ally Switch Roar. Am I really too worried about that? I don't think I am, actually. Because I'm pretty sure Fake Out Toxic is your play here regardless. But no Fake Out, actually. Wow, my opponent's not clicking Fake Out. Just keeps going for U-turn, I think. Not even a Solid Vest Incineroar, so I am able to knock out the Incineroar. And I'm going to be able to break that Focus Sash on Shedinja. And this should be game because Dazzling Gleam plus Double Edge, I think, cleans up the game. Unless the Tapu Koko can hang on for the Dazzling Gleam and go for, let's say, I don't know what the Tapu Koko would go for. I guess maybe a move that can try and knock out Men's, maybe HP Ice, but I don't think that would knock it out without a boosting item. Tapu Koko going to reveal itself, and yeah, it can't even be Sash. It has to be Assault Vest. But yeah, I don't even think the toxic damage matters. Even if my opponent landed the Toxics, it didn't matter. I had to wait to handle Shedinja my Necrozma in the back. There really wasn't much my opponent can do. Probably gonna, I don't know what you can really do here. I'm just Dazzling Gleam and Ally Switch since it. I mean, Double Edge and Dazzling Gleam because it covers the Ally Switch play. And yeah, my opponent is just going to forfeit because there is no chance that my opponent can come back in this game. So we are able to take 2 wins so far. So we'll go for another one because that was pretty short in that first game. A little bit short, a little bit easy, I would say, or not really super difficult just because, again, my opponent's team wasn't exactly the most competitively viable. But let's see what we can do here with this final battle of the team. So as I'm putting in work, I think the big part, as I mentioned before, getting the damage in the ground, that was huge. Being able to get the damage on ground was huge just because, like, Xerneas was able to clean up in the end game next to a partner. What the heck is this? Pissimian? Necrozma, Dawnwings, Pheromosa, Zygarde, Stakataka, and Tapu Lele. What is this team? Why does this look so scary? Okay, so Pissimian is an interesting Pokemon. It does get access to Defiant for its ability, which means if I intimidate it, its attack stat will actually go up 2 stages, so it'll be +1 immediately. The Lean Salamence would probably be a no here. The Necrozma Dawnwings is so difficult for this team to handle too. I think I just lead Tapu Koko plus Xerneas because I think it covers most of the options my opponent has, except the Stakataka, but I don't have many good Stakataka answers. I definitely want Necrozma, I think, in the back. Do I want Breloom or do I want Salamence? Because if I'm relying on electric terrain, I'm not going to be able to do much with my Breloom. But Breloom's Focus Sash could be, like, crucial in this game. Salamance's Intimidate could be good against the Necrozma, though. I wonder if it's Psychic Seed on the Zygarde as well. Because I usually, like, the only Zygarde sets we've ever seen really have been a Seed variant. So I'm curious if that's Psychic Seed. This team's really fascinating here, so I'm curious what kind of tricks my opponent's going to have. I'm still not sure if Bring Salamence was to play over Breloom, just because if my opponent tries to play the Terrain Mine game. At least I had the Spore option. So we'll lead Tapu Koko plus Xerneas here against my opponent's Necrozma Pheromosa. Oh boy, now the question, here's my big question, is it Poisonium Z on the Pheromosa? Because if that's the case, that is going to be frightening. I want to go for an Electro Web right here. I have no... Oh, I do have a switch in the Stakataka, actually. Never mind. I do want to go for an Electro Web because this will allow my Xerneas to outspeed both of these Pokemon. At least I'm... Actually, I don't think I outspeed max speed Pheromosa, but I will with Tapu Koko at least. I'll protect my Xerneas here. These offensive teams don't typically tend to carry protect on Pheromosa. We'll see here. Ultra Necrozma are going to come out and no Lele switch, which is nice. Unless you're U-turning out, which is okay here because I Geomancy for free afterward. So that's fine. Oh, what? Fling. Okay, looks like we have multiple Fling users. And an Earth Power. Oh man, my opponent read that. A Tapu Koko survives, but that's so bad. That's so bad. I don't know what kind of Pheromosa this is. Do I risk Ice Beam? Oh, that was pretty bad. I lose turn 1, I think. I think I just go for Electro up here and I just switch out into Necrozma because you're probably just going to go for Light that burns the sky here, in my opinion, and knock out my Coco. Like, the thing is, I don't want to switch out Tapu Koko into Salamence on an Ice Beam because I feel like that would be terrible for me. Oh, it's U-turn, actually. Okay. Which is still really bad, actually, but it's not the worst. Gets a Beast Boost, but it's gonna switch out anyway. It is max speed Pheromosa confirmed, so it is something like a naive nature, or at least a speed boosting nature. Okay. Lele, I'm guessing? Yeah, because you just get a boost to your Light that burns the sky. And that's going to put me in range of Moongeist Beam from the Necrozma afterward. At least the positive side is the Z-move shouldn't do more than 40% to my Necrozma. But that turn 1 was pretty rough. The fling was not something I was expecting. But here comes the Z-move. This is probably going to do 40% to my Dustmane. And I'll see you after this animation. Yeah, that did a good amount of damage to my Necrozma. Is there really a hope? I'm gonna go Salamence. I have to go Salamence, right? And attempt a Tailwind. I'm hoping the Necrozma is not max speed, maybe. Because I know Hirofumi ran a modest Necrozma, and I'll live a Moonblast from Tapu Lele. And if I bring out Xerneas, it just encourages Magic Room plus Moongeist Beam, and there's nothing I could do. Maybe I can Moonblast the Necrozma and protect my Dustmane, but my opponent could easily just double up into the Xerneas slot. There are like so many plays my opponent could make. I gotta attempt to get Tailwind up and hope I can get a Geomancy off, I think. And I'm gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike into the Tapu Lele. Yeah, especially if my opponent has the stack attack in the bag. This game's looking pretty rough to win right here. It already looked rough turn 1 when my opponent got the read right. If I went for Geomancy, this game would be completely different, but my opponent capitalizing super well. What was intended to be a safe play didn't exactly cover that option, as Moongeist Beam going to come out in Necrozma. We'll be able to knock out the Necrozma. Actually, it's not Scarf on the Lele. Huh. I'm able to get Tailwind up guaranteed. What's this Lele going for then? Dazzling Gleam. Huh. Specs? Oh wow, it was Specs actually. Huh. So stack attack is not in the back for some reason, even though I think it should be. There might be a chance of winning this game if I get Geomancy off, live these attacks, and then Gleam can finish off my opponent. Which is definitely the only win con I have at this moment. So I have to hope either Zygarde or Passimian's in the back. Please bring Passimian. Alright, my opponent's going to stay in. I'm pretty sure it's Specs, Gleam, plus Photon Geyser I'm going to have to live. The problem is I don't know if I live Photon Geyser in Terrain into 2 Specs, Dazzling Gleam single target. We'll see here. It is my only hope. Otherwise, I'm going to have to crit the Lele for a chance to win the game. So let's see here. Photon Geyser. Okay, I should live Gleam comfortably. Dazzling Gleam gonna come out. Did that do more than a Photon Geyser in Terrain? What? How much did the... I feel like Photon Geyser did too much. Yeah, I think I have to go for Gleam. I don't think I can risk going for Moonblast into Lele. So let's see. This is the only hope. Xerneas, can he come through and knock out the Lele? So close. So close. Necrozma are going to go down. And unless Xerneas lives this somehow, which I don't think it did. I think it did 80. Yeah, Xerneas goes down. And we will take the loss for today's games. For today's episode. So we go 2-1, which isn't too bad. Again, this game was pretty much decided on turn 1, I feel like. There wasn't really much I could do here. I needed Tailwind up if I wanted to have a chance to come back with living... if I wanted a chance to live to get a Geomancy off, like I had to go for the risk. Maybe I should have went for the Moonblast. I just don't remember. I fought Photon guys that did like 80, and then the lead I did like 80 as well. So I don't think I had a good shot. But yeah, that fling on Pheromosa being a little bit of a trick on these kinds of teams was able to be really huge here. Again, I think the game completely changed if I went for Geomancy, but I couldn't risk it on. We didn't know what kind of Pheromosa that was, if it was a Poisonium C-set, which could have caught me off guard, and then it just nukes the Xerneas, and then I think I 100% lose no matter what. Because I think I do need Xerneas in order to beat down the Zygarde, which is really important, because I don't think I have a great answer to break through Zygarde then regardless. But yeah, I think I don't know if there's like a safer way to play that game really. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way to play safe without knowing the sets. And since we confirmed that the Pheromosa wasn't Z-move, maybe next time I could risk it. Although I think Poison Gem and the Photon guys, it would also be concerning, since that Pheromosa did confirm to be at least having physical moves. Could be mixed, but if it does have like Fling, Poison Jab, U-turn, High Jump Kick, although I think it would be Ice Beam. Not exactly too sure, but I don't think there was like a safe play I can make regardless. I just had to guess the set, and we just guessed wrong. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back-to-Back Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. Show us support, as well as you can leave a comment down below. Be sure to answer the comment of the day. Which Necrozma form is your favorite? You can also share this video with your friends, and if you want to check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social media side savers on my channel, feel free to do so. The team is also in the description down below, with the Xerneas set being the only thing different from Jamie's original team, because he didn't give out the Xerneas set, but I did create a sample Xerneas spread down below in the description, which is what I'm using. Also, if you want to support this channel and go an extra mile, there is my Patreon page and my Twitch channel. You can go check out. Thank you all to my supporters on those platforms. It really means a lot to me. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for today's episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.